welcome to Tabletop Bob. My name is Bob. I'll be your dungeon master for tonight's game of Vecna versus Tabletop Bob. And a cat.
Hey,
What's up, CJ?
Hey,
CJ's used to being here. He's played on this game
I'm
already.
here.
Stefano's also here. He's played on this game. Christian is here. He's played on this game. And then there's Kyle. Kyle!
Who's that other fucking guy?
It's Kyle!
And him up.
Kyle, how's it going? It's been a while since you've been on the channel.
Yeah, it's been a while. Glad to be
Yeah.
here. Wouldn't miss
Excited. I'm so pumped for this adventure because this is going to be a really cool chapter. I've been talking about it in Discord and talked about it in the other streams. I'm really excited for chapter 3, mostly because I think this is the chance for the TPK, and I'm really excited. I almost got one, but haven't gotten one yet. Welcome, everybody, here on YouTube land, in the YouTube chat. Welcome. I already am bad at looking at the chat. I just looked at it right now. We have a ton of people talking. We already had Super Chat from Greyhawk Exile. The Commemorative Drink Glass Fund is rolling with the $10. Thank you. And James from KC also matching that. I'm in with Greyhawk. Look at this. This is great. Who knows where these people are going to be, and who knows who they're playing. More on that to come. But first, what is this stream? What is Vecna, Eve of Ruin? If you haven't watched it already, okay, fine. Stay here with us for now. But you should go back. We got a whole playlist. You can look down into the channel playlists, and there's one for Vecna, Eve of Ruin. It's a adventure module from Wizards of the Coast. It's the final 5th edition adventure. Looks like this. But it's heavily modified. We're doing this sort of as our send-off to 5e, culmination, big multiverse-spanning epic. And the first 2 chapters, I think, have lived up to the hype. Of course, CJ, you participated in Chapter 1. Christian and Stefano, you both were just here in Chapter 2, so you really haven't left at all. The seats are still warm, right?
Oh yeah, ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
And Stefano's seats are warm, very warm.
So warm that I had to wear a sleeveless shirt.
I know. It's been pretty hot here in the Northeast, but it's still November. You good? You're
I'm
not
good.
cold?
I'll
All right.
survive.
It's good. And so, of course, at the first part of these streams, I've gone around the table, asked people who they are, so you can introduce yourselves to the chat, introduce yourselves to the viewers, tell us like what things you've been on. But we've already done that for most of you, except for Kyle. So we're going to do things a little differently today. Today, we are going to say what we're all thankful for. We've got Thanksgiving coming up next week, and you can all think of this while Kyle tells us who he is. So Kyle, tell everybody who you are, what you've played here on the channel, and do not say anything about your characters yet. That will do in-game. So Kyle, who the hell are you?
Well, I'm Kyle. I'm a dude. I've been on the channel a couple times. I'm friends with a lot of people on here. A couple guest spots. Appeared in Icewind Dale. I was
That's
a
right.
Barbarian King. That was pretty dope.
Yeah.
I was on Rank Amateurs with CJ and Estelle and a bunch of people. We did a couple of like product review stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun. Cobalt Press stuff that I really like. I'm a big proponent of their stuff. And I'm super psyched to put one on Vecna's chin.
Yeah, that's right. Got to deal him some sort of blow to his ego because, well,
He's in this chapter, right?
we'll see. I don't know. Is he in the chapter, CJ? I don't know. You might know.
Chapter 3, he should show up, right?
Chapter 3. You think the villain would be here in Chapter 3. Of all the chapters, they were like
Of all
the
the
third. The third one. Maybe.
Third.
Look, I'm never going to say never to anything, but there have been
Chekhov's
loads of surprises so far in this game. And Kyle, welcome back. Obviously, like you said, you've been in a bunch of things here or there. Some things were games, some things were product reviews, like you said, but we're happy to have you back here on the channel. Always welcome.
Always
Now-
glad to be here too.
Now, some other things, some other updates. We have been it's been like full steam ahead, pedal to the metal here on the channel. We've got 3 games going on at once. We've got Curse of Strahd returning next week with its 3rd episode of Season 2. That's going to be on Tuesday again. It's alternating with Eldritch Castle, which is the Kickstarter that Esper the Bard has been doing. It's only been out for a week now. They've already funded everything. Esper's project's really cool. I've been trying to showcase it as best as I can, and we're going to now alternate that. So Strahd is next week, where you can see Stefano back on the stream. And then the other weeks we'll go alternating through the rest of the year to finish up Eldritch Castle. Probably by the new year or sometime in January, Strahd will be the only game. There can only be one, and Strahd will be the only one left on Tuesdays in January at some point. And then Vecna, this game is going to go on forever probably because there's a ton of chapters. And did I mention 33 characters are being reprised in this game? Maybe more, honestly. So
A lot of characters.
it's a lot. 19 players, 33 characters as it stands right now. And we got a couple people working behind the scenes. Dasha has done quite a lot of work helping me organize and do some things with the character guides. The character guide is not available right now, or it is. You can look in the description. The link is there, but it's not updated yet. That will be updated as soon as all the characters are revealed. So you might have to wait till the end of the stream for this one if Dasha can get it done. But otherwise, it'll be up as soon as she posts it. There is a whole ton of other things in the links, like there's the Patreon, all these different sorts of ways to support the channel. All that helps. But number one, and I feel obligated to do this because CJ's here, subscribe, do all the YouTube things that YouTube demands. Okay? There you go,
Feed
CJ.
the algorithm.
Feed it. Now, speaking of feeding, Thanksgiving's coming around real soon. We're going to be full in another week from now. What are you all thankful for? And we'll start with CJ.
My cat.
Aw.
I'm thankful for my cat. He's right here. I'll say this. I'll say I'm thankful for my cat.
Now, you have multiple
Because-
pets, CJ, so
I have multiple cats. All of my pets. Thankful for all of my cats and my pets and all of the animals in my life that make me happy and fulfilled.
nice. And CJ, which pet we got here? Is that Ozzy?
This is Ozzy.
Yeah. Ozzy's been on the channel before.
Ozzy's been on the channel before. He's not reprising his role though.
Yeah.
I don't think. Maybe we'll have a special chapter.
For those of you who actually think we're joking, no, Ozzy has been a character, literally, in the game and has made
played.
decisions whether he liked it or not. He has
Go back
he has-
and watch. How to RPG with your cat.
How to RPG with your cat, the Felinian Tomb. That was the adventure. So we are literally not kidding. My cat and CJ's cat both played the game. So check that out. Let's go down to Stefano. Stefano, what are you thankful for, other than me?
Well, at this moment, I actually was not going to say you.
I'm
I
torturing
was going
him.
to say that, after feeling like this person was such a mainstay with my Tabletop Bob experience, I am thankful after a very long time to be playing with CJ again.
Aw. Aw, look at this.
Well, I want to change mine too. Sorry, cat. I'm thankful for Stefano.
Of course, the two of you played together in Icewind Dale for a long time, 57 episodes, and then some, the reunion and a whole bunch. So who knows? Maybe some characters will be reunited in this adventure. I don't know. I don't know who you are. Who are you?
Oh, am I supposed to say?
No.
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 Bob
while
doesn't
I,
even know
but
what
while I
characters he's
am
playing.
thankful for getting to finally play with CJ again, I am also totally sick of Andrew.
Is it Andrew or Rufus that you're sick of? I don't know.
That's a good question.
It's Andrew. Christian, what about you?
Man, I would say I guess I'm thankful for my family. I moved up to be a little bit closer to them a couple years back. So, well, I miss my New York fam. It's nice to be near my family again and being able to share moments and
Look
stuff.
at this. The actual correct answer. Nice. Excellent. Good job. And
Sorry to ruin it.
well, we miss you, Chris. We used to work together with Christian and Stefano, Nate, John, that whole crew, Dasha, Michelle. It's a lot of people on the channel that used
All
to
of
work
us.
together. It was so nice to just go to work and chat up D&D, but we miss you. So
Miss you guys too.
yeah. And then of course, Kyle, I gave you a little time to think because I put you on the spot before, but Kyle, what are you thankful for?
Immediately, I'm thankful that we had a parent-teacher conference with my little guy
Oh.
a couple days ago. And while he is a lot like me, he's not nearly as manic as I was at his age. I tortured many teacher. Um, so while our personalities are very similar and his mannerisms are a lot like mine, he's a lot more manageable. Let's put it to you that way than I was. So I'm very thankful for that.
Oh, good.
My wife's DNA mixed in with mine and kind of brought it down a notch.
That's good.
Not too far, but enough to where the teacher won't contemplate quitting her job for dealing with my kid every day, like some of my teachers did.
Hey, sometimes that's all you can ask. And we had a couple teachers here on this
Yeah.
panel. We love what we do. We wouldn't turn anybody away unless it was CJ. I can't imagine CJ.
I definitely owe some
child.
apology
Oh,
to
you?
some teachers that are probably no longer with us because it was a very long time ago that I was in elementary school. So I was super psyched about that when we got that news. Big
Nice.
load off my shoulders. So
Good,
I'm thankful.
good. Lots of good, solid answers here, and I'm gonna go with all of the viewers here. Thank you to the viewers for being here with us. It's amazing that some people even want to be with. I feel like we're just playing D&D, but I hope that if anything, we give you a little respite from the world that's going on here. Try to get into these horrific fantasy worlds where the liches are trying to kill everybody. You want to jump in?
Let's do it.
Oh yeah.
Cam W, thank
Let's
you.
do
Appreciate
it.
the super chat. Let's do it. All right. So two things I'm going to say at the onset here. We're going to be. This is obviously going to be different than the other chapters, right? Like it's a new chapter, new characters. I don't want it to feel like you can't say things. Like if you want to say something, say it. But say it in character, so that if you're not going to say I'm so and so, but like in the game, if you want to refer to your character, do it, and that's the appropriate way to do it. We'll do it naturally, as if your characters were saying it, and then of course, too, in the game, we'll wait for all the introductions. We're not going to do it all one at a time. We're going to do it slowly because the characters are going to meet each other in a more natural way. So we'll do it one by one probably as we go through. And again, more naturally in the game. And as always, please let me know about the volumes because I feel like it's always tricky with these volumes. So I'm going to start the music and we'll get going. Okay. Everybody good with music volume so far? Can you even hear it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Good.
Oh, love it. Excellent. All right. Space. The final frontier.
Make it
These
Long
are,
time ago.
these are no, we're going Star Trek today.
Oh, okay.
These are the voyages of Christian. Just kidding. Christian, what is your the name of your ship?
Oh,
You want to tell me in a minute?
yes.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
But we come to space. The camera pans out into the vastness of the astral sea. And you can see the swirling nebulas and distant stars twinkling, pieces of asteroid floating into the vastness of this expanse. And we see the front prow of a ship that looks very much like a sailing ship, nautical sailing ship, but it is floating perfectly through this vastness. It's a rather long ship, probably somewhere in the realm of like 70, 80 feet. It has an upper, like there is a word for this, the forecastle, which is I've learned how to pronounce it over the years. It is like sort of like the rear of the ship. It's the higher deck. And then below you can see there's a whole crew working on moving and tugging on ropes and sending the jib and all these other things that you would see in a nautical ship. But yet there's no sails. There are almost like angelic wings off the side of the ship. And at the front, the prow, you can see coming towards what I would imagine would be the camera in this scene, would be this like almost like glass encasement. And on top of the ship, right at the helm, we can see a big throne. Seated at the throne. Christian, would you like to describe your character?
Yeah. So I'm playing Caddis. Caddis is a high elf druid, but he's not your typical looking high elf. Um, his past really did impact him and change him quite a bit. Probably one of the things that stand out the most to him is you'll see these sort of giant wings that are attached to his back there. Doesn't hide them or anything. They're there. They have an angelic form, so they're not sort of evil looking wings. But yeah, he sort of has this sort of heavenly kind of celestial look to him.
Mhm.
If you were to, if you can picture that.
And then, Stefano, you walk across the forecastle towards the helm. Can you just describe what your character looks like?
Sure. So my character is a small, little, robotic, gnomish creature, who usually secures himself inside of a large, armored figure, kind of like a Gundam, I'd like to say. If you know what Gundams are.
Oh, yeah.
Or a transformer, but it doesn't transform. So I'm probably in my armor at most times.
What
so
color
I
is
don't-
this armor? This armor might be different than maybe people have seen before.
I think it's like maybe like mostly white and blue.
Gotcha.
Maybe like a blue helmet, blue head, and like the arms are kind of bluish. Maybe silver. Oh, it's silver and blue. That's definitely what it is. So
Good.
kind of silver body, silver legs. Maybe the shoes are blue, and then like a cool like glowing chest piece.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like Mega Man.
Yes.
Yes,
That's what I was thinking, too.
Mega Gundam. So it's Mega Man, but after he's collected all of the armor pieces in Mega Man X.
Excellent. I love it. And you start to walk over. You've sighted something. Something in the distance ahead of you. You almost can't believe it, but it looks like a single dinghy, a rowboat. And there's maybe creatures in it. Now, you've looked through your, your, what is it, the periscope? Not periscope. Telescope? Whatever it is. Spyglass. Yeah, that's actually
Those
what it
things
is.
are expensive in D&D.
Yeah, and this is a space one, so it's cooler. So you look and you see that in the distance, still hundreds of meters away, very far still, but there is clearly people in that boat. And you're going over to announce this to your captain. You may speak.
Oh, Master Catus, I have located a boat overboard out into space, and it appears there are some creatures on this boat. Should we investigate?
Are these creatures in danger? Do they need our help?
Well, let me get a closer look. Or what do they look like?
As the boat travels closer towards them, you can take out your spyglass again, and you can see. They look like a pair of goblins in a dinghy. And I'll let CJ describe his character first.
Yeah, it's a goblin. Just sitting on a boat, chatting with, I guess, another goblin. Didn't realize there was two of us there, but yeah, he's just sitting there telling him stories. He's like, hey, it's been a while, he's rowing, he's got the oars. He's like, yeah, getting stuck out here, kind of the worst thing to do. Really awful. I sure hope someone comes along and helps us. It's really hard being out here by ourselves, all alone, by ourselves, just the two of us.
And Kyle, what does your character look like?
So my character looks an awful lot like CJ's, but I'm dressed phenomenally better. And I'm sort of at the nose of the dinghy with like a foot on it, like George Washington kind of, just sort of looking off into the abyss, contemplating existence. In fact, I'm even dressed like George Washington. I was trying to figure out how to describe what he's dressed like. But like seeing
got a
that pose in my
petticoat.
head, I'm like, yeah, it's pretty much what pirates and George Washington dress a lot.
He's got a
So-
petticoat on, and he's got the curls in his wig.
A really nice satin cape. There's no wind, so it's just kind of hanging there. But
Yeah.
and I'm just sort of staring off into the abyss, and I say, "Patience, my boy, patience. Fate will turn our way once again." Yes.
I love it.
Sure hope so. It's been real tough out here by ourselves.
Now, you can't hear any of their conversation, obviously, but it does look like they're potentially trying to row to some safety. I mean, they're in a dinghy, so it's going to be slow traveling, and most likely it could take them lifetimes to get to someplace safe. They are just, in that small boat. They probably have no chance of surviving. The only, I guess, like I said, benefit is that in the astral sea, time does not age you. So they may spend, like I said, lifetimes trying to get somewhere, but eventually, unless they're eaten, they'll get there. So what do you do?
Well, Master Caddis, there are it appears to be 2 goblins in a dinghy. A very non-threatening ship. In fact, they could have been out here for lifetimes. They'd be stuck in the astral sea forever if we don't interject and pick them up.
Well, Percy, that's why we're out here. We're out here to help people. So let's get closer.
And what is the name of the ship, Christian?
I think I'm gonna call it Dawn's Redemption.
Dawn's Redemption. So good.
Yeah.
I love it. Dawn's
Good one.
Redemption.
Yeah.
So the way it
Shall
works,
I inform the crew?
Absolutely. Get everyone ready.
And the way it works is basically you are the captain. You kind of sit in this throne, the spell jammer. Actually, that's what it is, and you use your magical ability to maneuver it. Now, the crew helps. Obviously, they do things on the boat to help it move, and they'll man weapons or things like that if you have them. And it's just going to kind of maneuver towards the dinghy. So you sit back in your throne and project the boat in the direction you want. Now, of course, this is a pretty dangerous area. You're in the deep sea. We've talked about this before. The mission that you are on right now, this very important mission, is taking you far away from civilization. And all around you, you can see dead gods. Between asteroids and the swirling nebulas, you see pieces of dead gods. Now, they mostly resemble kind of like land masses, almost like floating cities or even portions of land, right? Like almost like mountains floating. But when a god is maybe only a few thousand years deceased, which is pretty rare, they look more of their the anatomy would look more pronounced. Like if they were a humanoid shape, they might have a torso, and that would be floating. And so you can see some of that floating through the sea here. And unfortunately, that does obscure your sight quite a bit. But you maneuver carefully, and you head towards the dinghy. Eventually, Kyle, CJ, your characters see a big boat headed your way, the one I described earlier. What do you do?
You see, my boy, our luck has changed already. Head 4 degrees starport. Haha, because we're in space. 4 degrees starport. It's right over there. Right over there.
For what?
Look, just look up from your rowing, my boy. You're doing a great job, though.
Is that way?
Yes, the quite fancy-looking thing floating towards us.
I can't see it. Everything's behind me. When you row a boat, I can't see the way that you row.
Oh, am I in the back? I thought this was the... Oh, there's a point on both ends. Oh, I thought it was one of those boats that was flat on one side and pointy on the other. I was been facing the wrong way this whole time.
No, you're...
Hang on. And I just kind of like...
okay,
yeah,
all
it
right.
starts rocking
Okay.
side to side, and oh yes, here, and I'll just kind of grab one of the oars to kind of help him row on one side to kind of orient us a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, forward ho. Hopefully
Let's
they'll
go.
see us and make up the distance, because that'll take about a week on our own.
I sure hope to see us.
You
I just
basically
turned to
get
Percy and just like they might need more help than I initially thought.
yeah, because you could probably hear them now as you get to like, you know, your side aside them, right? And they basically have moved just maybe like 10 meters in total. You made up all the ground basically. But the crew will throw over rope for you to grab, and CJ and Kyle, you may hop up on the boat if you prefer.
Yeah, I guess they throw down a rope or a ladder or something.
Yeah,
or-
they throw down rope to you to climb up. The crew here is a mix. Would you say Christian humanoid races?
Yep.
Humans, some elves, maybe an astral elf. Typical sailing crew. It's about 6 people in total, and then you have your first mate, of course, Percy, and you, the captain. So, Kyle and CJ, the two of you get the ropes. You head up to the top, and you see the crew before you, and eventually, Caddis and Percy. You may discuss. Everybody, you're on the deck.
Greetings, fellow explorers.
Welcome aboard Dawn's Redemption. Are you guys lost?
Oh, well, is an explorer ever truly lost?
That is true. Is that your boat over there? Was that it?
Yes, yes, we've had to downgrade a bit. The journey has been arduous, but yes, my cohort and I have been spending a lot of quality time together. Yes, close proximity. Love the wings. This ship is fantastic.
Where are you two heading? Perhaps we can take you there and be on our way.
Well,
Oh, you know, here and there and here.
we're pretty down for whatever these days. There's
Yeah.
been some good fortune that has come my way. I'm feeling much better than I used to. I used to be just dreadfully sick, but I'm good now. And my associate here and I are just seeing where the universe decides we're going to go.
I was trying to get to Xerxes a while ago, but right when I was almost there, the whole place freaking exploded. You ever been? It was like the craziest thing. I was like, oh, there's Xerxes. That's exactly where and then the whole place, boom! Just a huge explosion. Don't know what happened. Almost the whole place was wiped out. Terrible. Terrible what happened to those guys.
Oh.
Terrible what those guys were doing to other people the whole time, too, but, you know. Can't go around seeding planets with your, weird crystal vines and stuff, I guess.
Ah, brilliant. Well, okay. My Caddis, and this is my first mate, Percy. Percy.
Oh, yes, hello. I am Autonome Model P3-RC7, but you may call me Percy.
That's a pretty cool name.
I put out my gigantic robotic hand.
And have you
Percy,
two
can we
introduced
get
each
some
other?
food for them?
Oh, Percy can
of
make
course.
food. Yeah.
Of course, we are having space crab for dinner.
Mm.
Of course, it is
Definitely.
just morning, so we will be having space crab for breakfast.
Space crab Benedict.
Yes, indeed.
How do you know the difference between, like, morning and night here? It's really just like, the same. It's
Oh.
so crazy.
Internal
like a-
clock.
Oh, there's a clock. That's pretty fancy. You're a pretty fancy looking guy. And Xerox starts just looking up and down, like inspecting all how shiny and impressive the workmanship. That's a really nice workmanship, and he like knocks on it and says, "Wow, I bet you this cost a lot of money."
Well, wait, did I make it?
Probably a lot of money to make it, or
You did not make it,
buy
but
it.
yeah,
Okay.
somebody spent a lot of time and money to make this new body. Yeah, for sure. So I rolled this over to Roll20 screen. Everybody can see. So this is your boat. Like I said, the Dawn's Redemption. Your crew members are on the side there, you can see. And you've got the dinghy here. And we've got Kyle and CJ. We're going to put you onto the boat. You can move your tokens as you wish.
I was trying to move the token on Zoom. That's not gonna.
That won't work. Yeah.
Oh, well, one of you is quite scary looking.
Well, goblins, they say. Yeah, so you're on the forecastle of the Dawn's Redemption, and you're having this conversation. We have Xerox, Dariush, Caddis, and Percy. And I did put a poll in YouTube chat asking which of the characters will die first. So vote on it, everybody. As you're having this conversation, you notice a big shadow is getting cast over the Dawn's Redemption, Caddis. You look up and expecting to see like an asteroid or a piece of a floating dead god. You see another ship. And this time, you're worried because this ship carries the sail of vampirates. And they have surprised you with all the debris floating around in space and your conversation. They come up on you quick, grappling hooks, large grappling hooks get launched onto the edge, and you can feel the ship just shift, and you almost lose your balance. And you look to your side, and there's a whole crew of vampirates ready to attack. We're going to go into initiative, so roll initiative, and tell me what you get.
Caddis got a 14.
Sweet.
Nat 1. So that's
Percy
a
got
4.
Percy got a 13.
On brand.
19.
Okay. Let's bring this in. So here's the ship. I'll bring that in first. It runs up onto your starboard side, I think. And it, again, large grappling hooks shoot out from launchers on the other side, and they pull right up to you. And you can see there are 5 vampirates who are ready to board you. There's one leading them who looks pretty fierce. You can see he looks like similar to the dress of Dariush. He's got like colonial garb, a tricorn hat, blue, like almost like Revolutionary War looking uniform, and you can see long fangs coming out of his teeth or his mouth. He seems to be the captain of their ship. All right. So say it again. 19, CJ, for
19.
for Xerox. And Dariush, what'd you get?
A 4.
4 for Dariush. And Percy?
13.
13 for Percy. And Caddis?
I got a 14.
14 for Captain Caddis. All right, great. And I'm going to roll for the crews. We'll do the vampirates and the other crew. Okay.
What's the other crew?
Your crew.
Oh. I thought there were 6 other crew members. There are only 4?
6 in total.
Okay.
You 2 and the 4 of them.
Got it. Okay.
Sorry,
have to
did
eliminate
I
some
say there were
names.
6 others?
Yeah.
Oh, I apologize. Never mind. So let's go. Let's do it. Xerox, you act first here.
Xerox looks up and he sees the vampire ship and he shouts, "No!" And he gets real close, and he's already right by the this guy. But
That's
I don't.
Percy.
Yeah, he's right by Percy. Like he's been checking out his armor and stuff. But he's going to turn, and he's going to attack one of the these crew members over here.
Oh, the crew of Dawn's Redemption.
He's gonna attack the crew of Dawn's Redemption.
Oh, no.
Aha!
I didn't
and he,
see this coming.
Pulls out a dart from his little dart bag and he throws it. Curse your sudden but inevitable betrayer. A 26. 26.
Oh, yeah, 26 hits. Sorry. Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
9 damage.
9 damage.
As the first dart hits.
Nice.
And then I believe I will. No, I'm gonna clear that. Do I have 2 attacks? I have 2 attacks. Yes, I have 2 attacks per action. So then I pull out another dart and I throw it at him again. 2 darts, dart. Another 26. This time for 16 damage because I use Colossus Slayer, and he takes 16 damage because he's already been injured once.
All right, so another
I believe.
16 damage to the same guy. Is
That's
that
how
right?
Colossus Slayer.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that's how Colossus
That
Slayer
is
works.
how Colossus works. Yeah.
Then yes, so 16. So a total of 25 damage to that guy.
And he's bloodied.
Gaza!
So, Caddis and Percy, you see the pirate ship comes up aboard. You've been ambushed, and now your 2 people in the dinghy are attacking the crew, or at least one of them is. We go to Caddis next. It's your turn.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna take me for surprise. I'll kind of those giant wings that.
I would like to do one other thing. I'm
go for
sorry.
it.
Yeah. Using Nimble Escape as a goblin, I will disengage as a bonus act. And
Although, okay, go for it.
move away. Can I jump down there? Yeah.
Sure, yeah. You hop down and jump off to the foxhole down there. Give me an acrobatics check.
Disengage.
See if you do with the flourish, CJ.
To get away from Percy. Acrobatics.
Yeah. See how magnificent this little tumble looks.
13.
No, you don't hurt yourself, but you land with grace.
Just a land with grace. It's not a flippy do, but it's a simple like hop over, vaulting over that this area. And
Yep.
Landing.
Love it. All right, and you want to stay right in the middle of the crew members of the.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay right there.
Okay. Caddis, it's your turn.
See what happens.
Yep, I'm gonna sprout my huge wings. I'm actually going to go into my starry form. I'm gonna go take the form of an archer. So I'm first gonna cast Guiding Bolt at one of the crew guys over here. So I'm going to roll for that one first. That's a shoot. I don't think I rolled. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't see anything coming up. Did you? Oh, no, I
That's
do.
so weird. It rolled the damage. A 16?
So I rolled damage. Right, correct. Yeah, 16 does hit the vampire.
All right, so I guess I'll do 11. I'll take the first damage roll that I did on
Sure,
accident.
that makes sense. Yep.
Yep. So that's 11 radiant.
This is
Damage?
good news. The radiant damage seems super effective against him, as the light of that guiding bolt seems to sear its flesh even more than normal. It cries out in pain as it does double damage.
Excellent. I'm also going to then, as my, because I went into starry form, I can shoot a arrow that is just part of the form. So that's 2d8 plus 5. Let's see. 30, 20.
That hits.
Although I'm going to attack the same guy for 16.
That'll hit again.
So that's 16 radiant.
Excellent. That doubles to 32. That I think
And-
kills him. Yeah, that
Sweet.
kills him.
And then I'm going to, with my wings, fly over and land right in front of our friend here. Kind of just, where do you think you're going?
How does Xerox feel when he gets down? He feels like he's out of the way, and then all of a sudden, this angel, this elven angel, lands right in front of him.
Like, oh, wow. I was not expecting you to be here, but if you want to go, let's go.
Percy.
My eyes, not my eyes, but like the eyes on my armor. There are eyes on my armor.
Sweet.
They're going to turn from a like kind silvery glow to bright red, like crimson.
Rage mode.
and I am going to turn my head to Xerox and say, "Why are you hurting our friends? You need to attack the bad guys." And I point to the vampires.
Intruder, intruder. You're an alarm system. I love it.
By
And
the
what do
way,
you do?
if I'm not allowed to have any of this stuff, you just let me know, Bob.
You've got it all. You've got it all.
Right. And then the eyes turn back to the silver glow. And I turn my attention to the vampirates, and I will cast Shatter on them.
Sweet. Right in the middle, right here.
Yes, so I get all 4.
All right. These are con saves, correct?
Yes.
We'll do them one at a time. 1, 2, 3. What's your DC?
16.
Looks like 2 pass, 2 fail.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I rolled 1 extra. Sorry. We'll strike that last one. 1 fails, 2 pass.
Wait, I got 4. I got 4 of them though.
They're not the same. If I'm not mistaken. No, actually, I'll keep the roll for the other one, but the save is different. Actually, it is exactly the same. So the captain fails as well. He's one of the failures.
So the ones that fail
Mhm.
will take 18, and the ones that pass will take 9.
Failures take 18, passes take 9.
Yes.
All right.
And then I will, as a bonus action, use Defensive Field to give myself 10 temporary hit points.
Great.
Where does it look like they're going to enter the ship from?
Probably on the forecastle where you are.
Okay. I just kind of want to move myself here to try to insert myself from their entrance.
Sure, that's totally fine. All right, so now we go to the crew members of Dawn's Redemption. They'll go first. They're going to, some will turn their attention to Xerox, others will turn their attentions to Dariush, and one will take a shot with a crossbow across towards the vampirates. So we got 2 piling up on CJ. I was about to say ZJ, but we'll see. So CJ, the 2 attacking you take scimitars out. One's going to give the help action. He's going to like kind of feint at you, and the other's going to go in with a scimitar. This like elven warrior comes to attack you. So attack with advantage. A 20 in total. Does that hit you?
That would hit.
Okay. You take a total of 6 piercing damage from the scimitar. He attacks twice. His second attack will not have advantage, but a 21 will do 9 slashing. So total of 15 to you. Dariush, the other one, runs up the stairs. I imagine it's like like in what is it? Princess Bride, where they're fighting on the steps, and he's got his sword out, and he's kind of trying to duel with you. And we've got a 12 to hit.
That will miss.
Luckily, he's left-handed too. He makes an attack with his right hand. A 12. Okay, he's ambidextrous. 12 still misses. So he attacks you
I'm
twice.
not left-handed either.
Great. And then the other one takes a pot shot with its crossbow over at one of the vampires. One of the one that was injured more from the shatter. 24 hits. It's going to do a total of 7 piercing damage. Okay.
Percy shouts towards that one. Nice shot, Robbie!
Now his name is Robbie. He's the bloodied one, the one that was hurt before. So, okay, good. Robbie's on point, and the crew of the Dawn's Redemption, they have a great turn. Now it's the vamps. Let's see what the vampires can do. So you positioned yourself to kind of like get in their way, right, Percy, would you say?
Yes, I attempted to.
Yeah. So the vampirates, rather than like going directly towards you, what they'll do is they will jump to the side of the boat, avoiding you completely, and spider climb their way onto the deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He'll jump to there, and he'll spend the rest of his turn moving up, we'll say 10 feet to the deck, and he'll hop down. It'll be a double move, but he'll continue moving up here. Another one will go this way and spider climb, double move to here. The captain of the ship will make the most tremendous leap, and he'll jump to the side and crawl around and land at the top of the forecastle, and the other one will land right here. They all spend at least double moves, except for the captain. 1, 2, 3, 4. He can make a jump, so he's going to actually jump and land right here. So the captain is the only one, and he says to you in a devilish tone, one that maybe Stefano's familiar with. No, voice mod does not want to work, so he doesn't make that sound that you would think. He says to you, now you've angered Captain Blood. Face my wrath. And he's going to try to bite you. What is your armor class?
23.
Ah, 23.
Not realize he's made of metal?
Yeah.
He's made of metal.
I think
He doesn't care. He can draw.
I think he could still bite me.
Oil. He can draw oil.
I'm more like a cyborg than a robot.
But he rolls a natural 1 with the bite. That's great. Unarmed attack. Natural 20 with the unarmed strike. His claw. Natural 20.
Oh. Well, that's great.
You are grappled now. He's got you. He grabs his even though you are made of metal, he inserts his claws right into like the side of your armor, maybe your shoulder plate, and now you're grappled. He does a total of 11 damage only, actually. Not crazy here. But he has another unarmed strike. He'll do it again. 26, I believe that hits for a total of 11. So total damage 22, and you're
Ouch.
grappled. All right, now we go to Dariush.
Okay, so I hiss at the guy who ran up and swung at me a couple of times, and I say, you boy, you're an explorer like me, aren't you? Always asking questions. Ask yourself this: ever wonder what happens to a vampire when he's bitten by a werewolf? And he starts to like shift, and he turns almost like not quite into a quadruped, but like he gets about a foot taller and a whole lot beefier. As I use a bonus action to go into a rage. There we go.
Do you want to put your token out?
Yeah, because it looks like you gave me the other one, right? Okay.
Yeah. Do you want me to do it or you?
Did it show up?
It
Hold on.
does. Yeah.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah, buddy.
And I'm just gonna enlarge it for a second so people can see. There we go. That's what
Whoa.
that's what
There he
arrives.
is.
Wow, that thing's.
So I have gone into a rage.
Yeah. So
and,
Kyle, just real quick, describe what he looks like again, just real quick with the picture.
so like he still retains some of the goblin-y features in his face, but like totally tears out of his super fancy shirt. Kind of like the Hulk, where there's just like tatters of like cargo shorts left. And I'm not fully quadrupedal, but I'm kind of like hunched over, and I routinely put like my hands on the floor as I just kind of snarl and I'm gonna focus my rage.
Mhm.
As much as I want to eat this guy, I think the smarter thing to do is to focus on my claws, because then I get an extra attack. So that was my bonus action to go into a rage. And now I'm going to attack him with my claws, which means I get a total of 3 attacks. And I'm going to go reckless. So I have advantage.
Go for it.
Okay, claws. 25 for 8
You
damage.
hit. Oh yeah, you hit.
Another claws. Another 25 for 7 damage. And then my last one. My last one is going to be 23 for 7 damage.
So you've done a total of 22.
Yes.
Okay, he's bloodied. Yep.
And I'm going to I'm going to kind of sneak through in between these two guys
Yep.
and come out over here.
Perfect. So you run down the stairs, and honestly, they're kind of frightened by you. This new form, they will. I'm just gonna delete your other token. They look at you in horror as you tumble down the stairs. And,
I'm
kind of,
super gross.
Yeah.
I'm super gross.
A lot of their attention is gonna be turned to you rather than Xerox now, especially. We'll jump over to Xerox. It is your turn.
Let's see what I can do. All right, this is gonna hurt you guys a lot more than it's gonna hurt me. And I'm going to once again use my bonus action to nimble escape and disengage, and I'm gonna run all the way down to the other side of the ship, and I'm going to pull out another dart. I'm going to throw it up into the air, and I'm going to cast a spell, and I'm going to cast Conjure Barrage.
Oh, what is this?
You throw a non-magical weapon or fire a piece of non-magical ammunition into the air to create a cone of identical weapons that shoot forward and then disappear. Each creature in a 60-foot cone must succeed on a dexterity saving throw. The creature takes 3d8 damage on a failed save, or half as much on a success.
Everybody save here. The whole crew.
Everybody
save.
Because it's
it's everybody. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay. Everybody take your saving throws. And what's the DC, CJ? 14?
The DC is 14, yeah.
Captain Blood is like, I hate when he does this.
I've got advantage because I have danger sense.
Cool.
So 22.
I knew you could do it.
I love that move.
Only one vampirate makes it. Captain Blood makes it. What about... Or Blood. His name is Blood. What about the crew of the... Yeah, the crew here. Oh, the crew's got good saves. 21, 21, 15. The crew of the Radiant Dawn. Or, yeah, Dawn's Redemption.
So failures take 12 and successes take 6.
Okay, so it's going to be a whole lot of spray damage here.
Is this considered piercing?
This is considered magical.
Magical, it'll be like magical piercing?
Is the same as the weapon or ammunition. Yeah, so piercing.
Okay, piercing.
If I'm resistant to piercing in my starry form, do I just automatically take the 6, or since it's magical?
If you're in your starry form, you have resistance. If you made the save, you would take half and then half.
Yeah.
I just failed. Though.
So I failed it, but I'm resistant, so I just take half anyway.
Correct, you would take the half. Yep.
Okay, so it's 6.
Oh, CJ, you killed Robbie.
Oh my god.
Damn it. Damn you, Robbie. Damn you, Robbie. Damn you.
I'm very upset.
Robbie was my best friend.
I apologize. I have to get my camera back.
Go ahead. All right, I've just finished getting all the totals in for everybody.
Robbie, oh no.
His expression is the same every time.
Please, watch out for those two. Rob, Roberto, and Bobbert.
Those are the others.
Yeah.
All right, I'll take it.
They're
Caddis, you're up.
You say I'm up?
Yeah, Caddis is up.
Yeah, after seeing that, I want to free up Percy a bit here. The one vampire that's closest to him right there, I'm going to go ahead and cast Starry Wisp at him. That's a natural 20. So how does the...
Which one did you attack? I'm sorry. Which was it?
The one right in front of
In front of
right
Percy.
here.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
That's a hit. It's critical hit. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 3d8, so it's just a, let's see.
You should be able to click on the
It should
thing
automatically
and,
just
There
do
you
it.
go. Yep.
Whoo!
Oh my god.
So that's radiant damage as well.
Radiant damage as well. That's going to annihilate him. He just like disintegrates into nothing.
And then I'm going to cast my another one of my archer bolts at.
No, Robert. He took out Robert.
I think
Wait,
I'm
you guys had a
gonna.
Robert on your crew too? It's so crazy.
No, we had Robbie.
I mean, yeah, that's what I meant, Robbie.
That's another crit.
Oh my god.
Of course, I should have been attacking the main vampire guy, but I picked this guy, so I'm going to hit that other vampire with my 2d8. So what is that? 12 plus 16.
Is this radiant as well?
This is radiant as well.
Dear Lord, your starry form.
Where the fuck did this guy come from?
Wait, I thought your name was Caddis, not Blade.
Blade. My eyes just got like real serious here, and
He
I
put
kind of
sunglasses
at that
on.
point
He put sunglasses on.
I just turn to Xerox and kind of stare at him. You know.
No, Roberto! You killed Roberto!
No, we have a Roberto.
We had a Roberto too! This is crazy!
Oh,
Well-
dear Lord.
Now we know that he is the enemy, so he's fire upon when ready.
You may fire when ready. Wow. Caddis, great turn. Percy, it's your turn.
What do I want to do here? I think I'm just going to attack, I'm going to attack this guy. With my Thunder Gauntlets.
Bobby or Roberto or Umberto? Who's this?
I don't know. What's the vampire captain's name?
Oh, that's
Captain
Captain Blood.
Oh, Captain
Blood.
Blood.
No, Blood.
Bleh.
You have to say it like that.
Here it is.
Yeah.
All right, first attack on Captain Blood.
Blood.
Ooh, it's a 13, but I think I can do something.
Okay. Captain Blood.
I think I have a built for success.
Ooh.
Built for success. You can add a D4 to one attack, ability check, or saving throw that you make.
Cool.
Let's
for
try it. So a 13 becomes a 15.
Does not hit.
Oh no.
Captain Blood
Oh, no.
sidesteps it easily.
This silly captain is making me angry.
I like that.
Second attack.
I like that.
Oh. Oh, goodness. That one
Oh.
worked pretty well.
That
It's
hit.
a natural 20.
Natural 20. With your
Uh,
gauntlet?
With my gauntlet, it'll do 16 thunder damage.
Does it like punch him rapid fire? Like, is that what it does? Or is it one big punch?
I like to say that it like comes out and then it kind of like comes back in and then comes out again. It like
Gotcha.
launches itself.
Oh, I love that. Is it magical damage?
It's thunder damage.
Thunder.
Your
so
hand
per-
turns into a cannon,
Yeah.
and then you, and then
But it's a very short. So it comes out really fast, so it hurts.
yeah. Again, the Mega Man thing. It
Yeah.
turns into the Mega Man Mega Buster, and you shoot lightning bolts.
So you hit it with your mega gauntlet, whatever you want to call it, right? You hit it with the gauntlet squarely, and it like turns its head away as the strike blow comes across its face, and then he turns back towards you and he snarls, and you can see any damage you've done with that big punch, whatever might have caused damage to his face, starts to heal as he regenerates when it gets to his turn. So we're gonna go to the crew and then Captain Blood and whoever's left of his crew. We'll start with this right here. Caddis, who's this? Is this Bobby? Is that who this
Sure.
one is? Bobby
It is now.
turns.
Well, no, I specifically didn't do Bob or Bobby. It's
Oh.
Rob, Robbie, and Roberto.
Okay,
So
that's
Robbie's dead. So Rob, Roberto, and Bobbert.
All right, so that's Rob. Rob is going to turn, and his scimitar attacks go towards the vampire next to him with a 12 and a 20.
That's Bobbert, the vampirate.
Is that
so weird.
Bobbert the vampirate?
Yeah, that's Bobbert the vampirate.
So stupid.
He takes 5. Bobbert takes 5 from Rob. And then we jump over on the other side here, and I think we're going to say that this guy doesn't want anything to do with Kyle, so he's going to, or Dariush, I should say, he's going to disengage and go down this way and try to tie up the little goblin down at the bottom. That would be Roberto. And then Bobbert at the top here, he fancies himself a swordsman, so he's gonna engage with the were vampire.
He's got advantage because I was attacking recklessly on my turn.
Damn right he does. And he'll make best use of it. A 20 in total. Does that hit?
That hits. Yep.
Okay, great. Not sure why. Oh. No, not sure why that rolled twice. But a 19 on the second one. So that hits too.
That will also hit. Yep.
A total of 11 damage.
Okay, so half would be 6.
Yes. It's a total. So actually it would be 3 and 2. So 5.
Okay.
Yeah. Not that
Gotcha.
it matters too much, but. And then Captain Blood. And the one vampirate. The one vampirate will try to energy drain your Rob with a 21, and he does succeed, and he's going to... Oh no. No, he's okay. He's still alive, but he's bloodied. He's going to gain back some of that energy. So he seems to drink his blood and gain some healing from it. Captain Blood, though, he's going to go for Percy, I think. Percy, he's going to maneuver just a little bit. He's going to try to get some cover from the helm here, so there's a little bit of coverage from Caddis if he tries to attack. And then he'll attack you, Percy, for... well, I think he's got you grappled anyway, so he's going to use his bite. So he's going to have advantage on this bite. A nat 20.
Oh my god! Why do you keep rolling nat 20s against me?
Rolling hot, yeah. That's a total of 29 damage from the bite.
Yikes.
And let's see here. 17 of it is necrotic. I don't know if that matters to you, but your total hit points are reduced by that, 17. And then Captain Blood gets a little bit more health and healing from that. So he's going to heal. He looks pretty okay. All the damage you've done to him almost looks negated at this point. All right, that's the... Oh, and he's got claws. The claws aren't going to do as much damage, but we'll still take him on you. We got a total of 26 and 15. Does that hit?
The 26 hits.
So it's 5 damage, 5 piercing. Okay, and that's the end of his turn. We go down to Dariush and then Xerox. It's a big vampire turn, I think, right now. Big vampire turn.
Yeah,
so
I got
I'm gonna
crit by
do-
this guy twice.
Yeah. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to reckless attack the guy just above me with my claws.
Oh, he's dead.
A natural 20. Oh, wait, I have a thing. Can you see me?
No, I'm not looking.
Okay. On the off chance I got a natural 20, I got a problem. Okay. So that's going to be 13 damage.
13 onto the
guy just above me.
Bobbert? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then second attack, another natural 20. Hold on.
Save that, Kyle, because you killed Bobbert with that first attack. Easy to step. Do you want to do that next attack on Caddis? He's the closest.
Actually, not on Caddis.
Interesting.
I wipe this guy out with the claws, and then I say,
I don't really care about these dipshits, but the little one is a friend.
and I'm gonna run along the rail
Ooh,
to stay away from Caddis and run over to this guy.
I like it. Give me a quick acrobatics check to see if you can do this.
I do have spider climb, so I can just kind of run along the wall.
I forgot. Never mind. You're totally fine. Yep, you avoid him entirely.
So yeah, so then so I'll try to tear his spine out with that natural 20 right there. So
What's
that's
your
pretty
total
cool.
damage?
I don't have my glasses on now, so 12.
12.
You got to make sure the thumbnail has the ears and the glasses.
Okay.
So I look. So when my kid is 25, he can see what his old man is. Okay. So that's my second attack. I do have one more.
It's okay. We've all got things on this channel we're not proud of.
That's going to be a 26 to hit
One away from another crit.
Wow.
for 11 damage.
Oh, Kyle. Tearing into this guy. He's bloodied.
Hey, Dariush is in a lot better shape than the last time we saw him.
That's true.
Doing much better than he was last time.
Damn.
Because the guy with wings is shooting lasers and shit. So, I'm gonna, for my bonus action, I'm gonna second wind.
Sweet.
Awesome. Back to full.
Love it. All right. Excellent turn for the vampires. Finish off the vampire round here with Xerox.
Okay. I am going to once again.
Are you not going to turn around and say, I'm king of the world? What do you...
I mean, now I am. I'm gonna turn around. And go, I'm king of the world, and then and I turn to them, and you're dead. And I will once again bonus action nimble escape to disengage. Get away
New
from
poll up, by the way. Who's going to win this battle? The crew of Dawn's Redemption or the vampirates of Captain Blood? Tell us.
I'm gonna disengage from this guy, and I'm going to 5, 10, 15. I'm gonna do the run along the thing.
Yeah, wait, you don't have it though. Give me a.
I don't have it.
Give me an athletics check or acrobatics or something.
Acrobatics?
Hold on.
I don't know acrobatics.
See, Xerox is trying to spider climb, but he can't.
22.
Okay.
Xerox, I'm a small little nimble goblin.
What do you mean he doesn't have spider climb?
Yeah, what do you mean I don't have spider climb? I'm a nimble goblin. I watched him do it. I could do the same thing. It's not that difficult.
Xerox can do anything he puts his mind to.
I didn't survive this long in the astral sea,
Oh.
not knowing how to climb stuff. Let's see.
Oh, Tasman, seriously, what the hell's going on? This is
That's
chaos.
what I want to know, Tasman.
It's chaos right now, Tasman. We got goblins,
Xerox is gonna
spider
run
climbing,
here.
turning into were vampires.
He's gonna get up to here. He's gonna look around.
Interesting. Oh, you're talking about YouTube crashing on you. Yeah, I did see that. YouTube crashed earlier, but it's not our stream.
Oh,
We're doing good, and YouTube cut like the whole. It was YouTube, not us. We're good. The stream is solid. I have good connection. It's all good.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on with YouTube.
I am torn right now. Because this laser shooting angel.
Yeah, somebody's got to take
Probably-
Caddis down a peg.
Somebody got to take the laser shooting angel down a peg. Or Xerox has to do a Xerox thing and just survive.
Okay. By the way, I'm going to show the Printable Heroes token for Caddis here.
Nice.
Pretty awesome.
Cool.
Yeah. And by the way, Printable Heroes, I've said this before, they're not a sponsor or anything like that. I'm a patron of Printable Heroes. Even the ships in this map are Printable Heroes. So cool. So check them out. Link in the description. Go ahead, CJ. What do you got?
All right. I'm curse my sudden but inevitable betrayal. I will turn to Blood and say, I don't think we're gonna make it out of this alive, but I am.
Does he cite the poll in the YouTube chat? 90% to 10. Wow.
And with that, he is going to attack his former captain, Captain Blood,
Blood.
with the dart. Natural 1. Misses. Curse my sudden but inevitable trail. You saw it coming, Captain Blood. And then he will.
I sensed your pulse increase. Your heart rate became more vigorous.
But you
I
weren't
knew.
expecting my second dart.
Oh, God!
That's 16.
You hit.
16
You hit. Yeah, it's a hit.
Oh,
Yeah,
With
well, now
that,
we know what it is.
you hit.
The first was just a decoy.
yeah. With that, I will.
Who
use,
throws a shoe?
my favored foe, and I will also use Fury of the Small as I attack Captain Blood, which should be. And has he been hurt already?
He is hurt, yes.
Okay.
Barely,
So-
though. He's healed a lot of it.
7 + 4, so it's 11 piercing damage from
Oh,
that.
no.
Then another 3 damage from favored foe,
Oh, boy.
and an extra 10 damage on that from Fury of the Small.
So 24 in
So-
total?
24 in total.
Cool.
And I look at Percy and I say, "You're already down 2 crew members. You want 2 new ones?"
You killed our crew members.
Yeah, but now we can take their place. Me and that goblin can take their place.
How dare you, you strange creature?
All right.
Rob and Robbie were 2 of the best friends that I've ever had.
They had families.
Yeah, well, so did Bobbert and the other vampire that you guys killed. You killed our
Vampirates are bad.
Well, whatever you guys are bad.
What? We saved you from your small ship.
No, that's the thing. We tricked you. Ah!
That's the last time I use goblins as bait. He looks to the other vampire and he says, "Let's get out of here." And it's
Really?
Caddis's turn. Caddis, you're up.
So I'm gonna levitate just a little bit, just so I can see our vampire Blood there.
Yeah,
for
he
a
was
second.
trying to get out of sight, but you fly up with your wings.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm gonna speak to Xeric just before. I'm gonna tell him to call off your hound or you're next. And I'm going to cast the captain here.
Cool.
Do
What are you attacking?
another. Seeing how the radiant damage is working, so I'm gonna cast another Starry Wisp at 25.
Damn. Yeah, that's a
That-
hit for sure.
So that's 21 radiant damage.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
And then I'm gonna fire off another arrow.
21. This radiant is. So is this all your starry form stuff? Is just radiant?
The specific arrow is,
Oh, damn.
but the cantrip just happened to be radiant. The Starry Wisp one.
It's
happens
excellent.
to be-
It's excellent in this moment.
It's another 25.
He's
So
bloodied.
that's
That's for
8.
sure.
8 radiant.
8 radiant. Damn. And that hurts him because now you can see his skin seared from the sunlight of the radiant damage. It's not healing like it should.
Cool. I'm gonna stay hovered a couple of feet above, just enough to keep eyes on him.
So you're maybe like 15 feet up in the air.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, got it. So you attack him with the radiant arrow, and he again is shielding his eyes from the sunlight. It seems to like sear his flesh, and we go to Percy.
Are the crew members following they're like NPCs, so they're dead rules?
Oh, they're dead. Yeah. Hmm.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
I was hoping to. I was planning. Okay. Well.
They're
I'm so
NPCs.
sad.
Yeah, they're dead. Yeah. They don't get death saves. That's
Okay.
characters.
Well, I'm gonna.
You can revivify them if it's not been a minute.
They're
I
dead.
do have Revivify. Oh, no, I don't. Uh, all right. I am going to maneuver around Captain Blood. And I just need to check something out real quick. No, I'm trying to make I need a 5-foot line. Do you think this 5-foot line would hit the 2 vampires and not my crew member?
You can move it to the middle of the vampire and you'll be fine. Yeah, like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's 5 feet wide. Isn't there a way to do that?
There is, yeah. And I don't know how right this moment. A beam. Beam, that's what you want. 5-foot wide beam.
Beam. Great.
You can do it. Yeah,
Oh,
like
that's
that.
cool.
Look. Just like that. Yeah.
Everybody draw it.
Great.
Everybody draw a beam.
Everybody draw a beam.
draw
Yeah.
beams.
It's a tricolor
It's a
beam.
laser show. Laser light show.
All right. So I maneuver
We got a
around
party
Captain.
going on now.
I maneuver around to the other side of Captain Blood, and I say, "Well, sir, I am quite angry with you." And that little chest piece opens up, and a lightning bolt comes out of it.
Nice.
Ugh, bad rolls. But it is DC 16 dexterity save, and the 2 vampirates will take 21 lightning damage if they fail, and I guess 10 if they pass.
Okay. 10 if they pass, 21 if they fail. Let's see how they do. Captain Blood. It's Dex, you said?
Yep.
Okay, so the vampire first, and then Captain Blood. 17 and 18.
You're the worst.
Yep. But still, 10 lightning damage. That still
Yep.
goes through. Yep, that matters. It all matters here.
I'm just like, Caddis, please just take care of this. I will use another bonus action defensive field to give myself 10 temporary hit points.
Captain Blood dies from that.
Great. You know what?
There you
Never
go.
mind. I don't say that at all. I
Elect-
say, well, good riddance to you, Captain,
Yeah.
whatever your name was.
You can see the electricity arcing through him, and then ultimately the other vampire, and Captain Blood scowls at you and just like looks to the other vampire, and he says, "Run!" And then his body just erupts into this ash, and it sprinkles all over your chrome body.
Oh, gross.
Master Caddis, looks like I defeated their captain.
Fantastic.
Let's take out this last one. We hate vampirates here in the Astral Sea.
All right, well,
There's still
it's
2 more of us. I'm just kidding. Don't fight us. Don't fight. I'm kidding. It's just him.
the crew member is going to do it. He's going to attack with the scimitar twice. We got a 22 and a 9, so 7 slashing damage against the vampire. And then we go to, it will be his turn, the vampire. He's totally going to run, but he's going to spider climb his way. So he'll disengage and spider climb down the side of the ship and try to get like underneath the ship as best he can. So he's just chilling like on the bottom of the ship. All right, it's up to you now, Dariush. What do you do?
I look over at Caddis and I say,
We've been looking for some new management anyway. Blood was an arrogant ass. So instead of eating your boy over here,
and I kind of like signal to the crew member that's right behind me,
perhaps an olive branch.
and I'll use my spider climb to chase down the other vampire like under
Okay.
the ship.
Sure. Yeah.
And if you want to just like montage of like screaming and tearing sounds,
Yeah.
Oh, scream.
Ah! Please no. Yeah, and then he comes back up, and all you see is like basically the his covered in the ash of that other vampire as he disintegrates when he reaches 0 hit points. The combat is over. You may discuss.
Before combat is over, I'm going to switch from my archer starry form to the chalice, and I'm gonna heal our crew members here. I don't know how much damage they get, but let me see how much health. think it's 2d8. Yeah, 2d8
It-
plus 5.
How many can you heal?
I can do that on like as a bonus to each of my turns, so I don't know how
Oh,
that,
okay.
but I'm just gonna give 7 to your buddy here.
Yeah, and while you're all doing some healing and getting some rolls out of the way, I'll couple things in the chat, questions in the chat. So obviously, we have the character document will be posted later. I didn't want to post it yet because we had all these introductions things, but now we have the full, names out here. CJ, you're playing Xerox, the Goblin
Xerox.
Archer, Ranger.
Ranger.
Kyle's playing Dariush, the Goblin Barbarian Fighter. Crazy,
Totally normal goblin.
totally
Average, average guy.
Yeah,
Totally
he does
normal.
normal goblin things.
Christian is playing Caddis, who's an elven, but altered elven druid.
Yep.
And, of course, Percy, or P3RC7, is a autonome artificer. So just so you know, this is exactly the crew right now, and the document will be put up at the end of the chat, so you'll be able to get that at the end. And if you're watching this in the future, well then, check it now.
So as the combat seems to have dwindled, and Dariush has taken care of that, and all everyone else who's alive will remain alive. Xerox at this point will stand up and say, "Greetings! My name is Xerox the Goblin. I am from the Remembered Realms. This is my compatriot, Darius. We are explorers here from various lands, and we have been spending, yes, some time with those vampirates. But as you can see, we are open to negotiations and seeing where things go with you guys. So I see that you are now looking for possibly new crew members. So we would love to be able to help you in any way that we can. Because, it seems like this ship requires, 6 people, and now we'll be the 6 people that can, help your ship. Are you the captain? My name is Xerox the Goblin, as I said. And this is Darius. Please. I'm sorry, I don't think we caught you.
Those other guys on our ship were dicks.
Yeah, we didn't really like them. They made us the bait. Who wants to be bait? That's terrible.
Caddis, Rob, who's been seriously injured, he walks over to Xerox and he says, "You say the word, Captain, and I'll kill him myself."
Yeah, was that I kind of fly over, staring right above Xerox, kind of just like up, huge shadow, the wings completely just,
CJ.
kind of like it's just, you are lucky I'm feeling generous at this moment, but you better speak and tell us, why are you here and where can we take you to leave you before I banish you myself?
As we said before, why we were here was we were the bait and we were going to ambush you, but clearly we overstepped.
Do you realize that you and your friend are the only ones that actually killed our friends?
Well, look, we've come across several ships out here in the Astral Sea, and we were just waiting around for the right moment, and I think a winged angel man shooting lasers is the kind of crew that we would like to join up with. I mean, when you're a crew member, you aspire to leadership, but when you're better when the leadership, that's boring and really unfulfilling. So, we're looking to get in on the ground floor and climb the ladder through merit.
And we promise we won't betray you like we betrayed those guys.
It sounds like this Dariush wants to climb the ladder, which means the first mate is next. That's me.
No. It's not like that, probably.
Can I roll like insight just to get a general sense of the just
No, I don't think you need to roll insight. We'll tell you. Like,
I want you to roll. I want you to roll insight for something else, Caddis.
okay, sure. A 17.
So you do feel like this really concerned you initially because of the mission, right? It's
Yep.
whatever this secrecy is. You were worried that you would find people out here in some form or way trying to compete against you. Again, you don't know exactly the purpose, but you are confused as to why there are other people even out here. So this was initially some sort of concern, like, this is higher than what you expected. But it does seem like they're lowly vampirates who are trying to ambush, unsuspecting ships out here in the deep sea. So it is possible that this could be as simple as a coincidence.
Yeah. So
What's a little piracy among friends,
I kind of like.
say your throne game is strong.
Yeah,
I haven't seen that kind of opulence in a long time. Respect.
that is a really nice spelljammer you got there. Yeah, I gotta say, we've seen a lot of spelljammers in our time here. That's a really nice one.
I'm gonna turn to Percy and kind of say we have to follow Zariel's teachings. We'll spare them for now.
I understand, Master Caddis, and one thing is completely correct. We cannot pilot the ship without a crew of 6.
By the way, what were you guys doing out here? We've been waiting months almost for someone to come by this way. Not a lot of ships come this way.
Yes, it was getting boring.
And so you haven't earned the right to be asking those questions, and I'm gonna command the crew and Percy we're gonna give you the worst 2 jobs. You guys are scrubbing the bathrooms of everything.
I'm a goblin. I'm used to really bad jobs, so you ain't got nothing on some of the stuff I've been through, man.
Yes, our horde was quite disgusting.
It really was. That was yeah. I've been through a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so I just command the crew. We need the crew. So, have you ever been on a ship like this?
Yeah, we're on that ship over there for a
Yeah,
while. You guys want to switch?
Not as
ships?
fancy as yours.
That ship is nothing compared to what you're on right now.
It's about the same size. I don't know. Again, but your spelljammer is really fancy. I gotta say, nice throne, really cool.
Lightning eyes starting to glimmer a bit at my annoyance of Xerox.
Yeah, no, that's totally fine. I get it.
Right to
I
work.
Can go. Yeah, you know what? Let me go. I'll do that. Yeah, I'm gonna. Why don't I go? I'll go. Head
Come here.
down to the...
Bobbert says, "Come here, man this jib."
Okay, I'll go grab that jib. I don't know. Are you sure you don't want me to just go downstairs and check out on anything? See what's in the lower decks? Something.
Bobbert says to you, Caddis, "Shall we take him down into the brig?"
No,
Absolutely
I don't
not.
need a brig. All right. You're gonna put me to work. Oh,
I'm gonna
you're muted.
refuse. No, they stay up here.
They stay here, Captain. All right. Whatever you say. Here, man this jib. I don't even know what a jib is, but you're gonna man it, okay?
it's a thing that you wrap rope around.
You're gonna man that jib.
I'm gonna
till
wrap.
your
I'm gonna wrap that rope so good.
Fingers fall off, he says. Now man it.
Okay, I'm gonna goblin it. Okay, can't man something. I'm gonna goblin it.
Oh, Bobbert, a jib is a triangular staysail set forward of the forwardmost mast.
Yeah, now man it, he says.
Yes, that is very important.
And you there.
Manning the jib. That's one
Rob.
of the 6 jobs.
Rob gives you a bucket and a mop. Clean up this mess, he says to Dariush.
Yeah, well,
All right, at
We
least
got
now
the
I know
gym
which two
thing,
are
so I
alive.
guess I'll mop. That's fine.
It's Rob and Bobbert are alive.
Rob
Okay.
and Bobbert.
Yeah,
No hard feelings, Bobbert.
no hard feelings.
That's
does
great. He has a kid in
scowl
school
at
right
you,
now,
but-
so he needs the job.
That's right. He's got 2 kids in college. He's got
Oh, yes, Bub, and Bubble.
There you-
Bub and Bobble. God, this is going off the rails fast. All right, so
This is the comedic chapter.
You did say the show was going to be different, so
last chapter was like everything was at stake. It was the Drow, the Underdark, Lolth cult, and this is like vampires in space.
Just fucking around.
yeah, you know, it's like a bottle
We're
episode.
goblin
This has nothing to do with the overarching story. Bob just needs time to prepare the other chapters.
Oh my god! All right, so
Like the episodes of Boba Fett that were about the Mandalorian.
That's exactly right.
You killed our friends. Welcome aboard.
this has just as much plausibility as the Book of Boba Fett. Come on, which I actually did a review of with my cousin Joey here
Yeah.
on the channel. I'll link it up at the top.
Click it. It'll be right here. There it is. Somewhere.
Right
It'll
above
be over there.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Somewhere.
that's great. All right, let's go. Everybody good in the chat here? I see there's some hostility in the chat. Everybody good? I don't know what's good. I'm not watching it too careful, so everybody be nice in there.
Be nice in the chat.
Yeah. So, I think I don't know if Tasman's talking to us or them, but we got to lighten up. I think here on this channel. So, Caddis, you get to your helm. The crew gets to work cleaning up the area. They're dumping the bodies of the vampirates. They're gonna do their best to like preserve the bodies of
Robbie.
the Bobs
Robbie
and
and
all.
Roberta.
Robbie and Roberta are going to be preserved. They're going to wrap them up, and again, they're going to try to give them some sort of a burial at some point when they reach back to the Rock of Brawl. Eventually, they hope that they'll be back there in maybe a few months' time after this voyage is over.
Is that where you guys are going?
That you don't know, but you actually feel like Caddis, you're at the end of your first leg of the journey. This is the area you can see as the asteroids float by. These hunks of rock, these masses of like almost like calcified bone go by you, and some of these masses, like you might see like a femur that looks like it's now turning almost into an asteroid itself, float by you. If you weren't such an adept pilot, it might be challenging to avoid it, but you narrowly miss it. And the Dawn's Redemption kind of weaves in between floating body parts. You feel like you're close. You maybe scan the area for another hour or so, and you think you might actually see what you're looking for. There are silver clouds kind of wisping through, kind of blues and purples now in the nebulas around you, so it's got a more darker, cooler feel to it. But you see a colossal, misshapen mass, just kind of like it's still far away, like we're talking like thousands of meters, but you can see it through the spyglass, and you can see that it looks like the body of Havoc. All the coordinates, the stars, the charts you've looked at, this seems to be the course. How much of your mission have you told Percy? And you don't have to tell me directly, but you can say, like, generally speaking, does he know what we're doing?
Oh yeah, at this point, Percy and I have been traveling for a long time together, so I trust him.
Okay. The crew of Dawn's Redemption, how much do they know?
They only know that we have a job, that it's important, and that's what we're here to do.
Gotcha. Okay, so they are very much in the dark.
Yeah,
Got
but
it.
they've also, I assume they trust me, and
Oh.
they've been traveling for a while, so
100%. They
understand.
trust you. One of them comes up to you, though. We'll say Rob. He comes up to you. Aye, Captain. Captain.
yes. Sorry, I thought he was gonna say something. I was like-
Captain,
What is it?
I think we're at the position.
I look up to confirm. Perfect. Are we landing here, Bob? I don't know. Are we docking?
You're still, like I said, far enough away. It's going to take you maybe like 10 more minutes to get to the position that you want to be in where you could maybe land. You also know, you would know certainly that when you approach any of these celestial masses,
Yeah.
that can be very challenging for a spelljammer, especially one that's more intact like Havoc. That its gravitational field, there's a strange magic still coursing through the body, perhaps, that you have to be very careful because you can easily wreck your ship on them.
Great. So I'm gonna command, was it Robert and Bobbert?
Rob and Bobber, yeah.
Robert and Bobbert to prepare the ship for arrival, and I'm gonna turn to Percy and say, Percy, uh, approaching Havoc's gonna be dangerous. Please be on the lookout as I navigate through the field.
And he says, and Captain, if I may speak candidly,
Go ahead.
the rest of the crew, he looks over at Bobbert. He's the only other member.
And Xerox, and
He doesn't consider them crew members yet. He says,
We're just in the background, like sorting out body parts.
yeah.
Oh, I found a spleen. Who do you think it is? It doesn't matter. And we're just making like two little piles of bits.
Darius is
like in the
taking a bite
background.
every now and then, probably.
Yeah.
little nibble.
Jeez.
Whoa.
He's like,
Knowing
maybe-
what's going on is not really our style, so we're cool with
yeah.
Yeah, it's
just.
I'm over here manning that jib. I got that jib so goblined. It's
And
it's
Bobbert
goblined.
has sit on a barrel now. He's like 5 feet away from Xerox, and he's just watching him. He's got his scimitar, and he's like using the whetstone to sharpen it as he watches Xerox man
Xerox
that jib.
If he's standing there, Xerox has been talking his ear off the whole time. He's like, "Oh yeah, no, yeah, vampirates are one thing, but regular vampires, that's a whole nother thing. I did that a long time ago. You know, I was in this one place. It was run by a whole vampire, and then I got to this other place, and there were more vampires happen a lot." But,
CJ, have Xerox give me a perception check.
Oh God.
I have really high perception. 19.
19. Nice. CJ, you can see towards that large celestial body that's out there. You see it too now that the ship is getting closer.
What the
You
hell
don't
is
know.
that thing?
That's not what you see though. You see it as well, but what you notice is that there's a large globes of light. They're like in between you and the celestial body. There's swirling nebulas and silvery clouds all around you, so it's kind of hard. Your eyes play tricks on you, but you look at it, there are two very large glowing blobs of light, and they look really cool to you. Give me a wisdom check.
Just a wisdom check, not a saving throw or anything?
Sorry, it is a saving throw. Yes,
Okay, well, it's the same thing.
it's against charm. I don't know if you have anything like that.
Nope. 7.
7. Xerox, you desperately want to get to them, and you will move closer to it as best you possibly can.
I start steering with the jib as best I can. I'm just like, yep, man it and goblining the jib.
What's your intelligence?
My intelligence is a 10, a 0.
Yeah, okay.
Plus zero.
You know that you manning that jib is not going to actually bring you towards it. The spelljammer is going to be the one to override you. But you think it's that case, so
I'm
you're
manning that jib.
you're like, oh yeah, get to that light.
They told me to goblin this thing, so I'm gonna goblin the jib.
Okay, perfect. Xerox, you realize after maybe a brief moment though that that's not really getting you there. You might need to fly there yourself.
No, then I start walking towards the bow of the ship.
Cool. Back up towards the forecastle, you can see Rob is still talking to you, and he says, I just want to say I'm a little concerned about the rest of the crew. Bobbert mostly. We are concerned. We don't know where we are, what we're doing. If our coordinates are correct, isn't this the celestial body of Havoc?
It is.
Why are we headed towards the dead god?
I know it might seem odd, but I need you to trust me on this. We were sent here
All these trips we've done, we do good. This seems just dangerous for the sake of it.
I had the initial thought too, but this is different.
Percy, do you have any opposition to this idea?
No, I follow Master Catus with my life.
He kind of stands up tall and he says, "Aye, Captain." And he looks back, and now that you're looking towards the front of the ship, the bow, you can see Xerox starting to move towards the edge, towards the prow, and Bobbert looks up from his sword sharpening, and he says, "Hey, man that jib! What are you doing there? Man it!"
Yeah, but the orbs and
You jump off? Yeah, perfect. Dariush,
Yeah,
you see
yeah.
Xerox just jump off. He's crazy, but this seems rather rash. What does Dariush do?
If I see him go over the side, I'll run across and like leap off the beam, like the banister, like
Mhm.
the edge, to try to like launch out and meet up with him to kind of stay with him.
Okay, yeah, and now, so once you get out of the bubble
Okay, we're doing
of...
this now.
Yeah. Once you get out of the bubble of the Spelljammer, the gravitational field it has, you then start to free fall, and eventually, when you, like I said, get out of the force field, you can use your intelligence to move. So everyone, I'm just going to explain this really quick. The players all know this already, but just so you know, when you're outside of a spelljamming ship, you don't require air. You also don't require food or drink or anything like that. Once you're in the astral sea, this is kind of like universal rules. You don't need to eat or drink to sustain yourself, and time does not age you. Now, that doesn't mean time stops. Time continues, but you don't gain the aging abilities of time. Wouldn't it be nice if we all could stay in the astral sea, huh? So Xerox jumps overboard, and as you, like I said before, you use your intelligence modifier to move around when you're by yourself in space, not a part of a spelljammer. So that would be your intelligence multiplied by, what did I say, 5?
Yeah.
5. So Xerox can move 50 feet, basically, in his turn. Now, the Spelljammer is moving faster than that. So almost immediately, you're going to be like, they're going to be flying by you. Caddis, what do? You're going to quickly overtake them and pass them.
Yeah, they're outside of our bubble, right?
Yeah, you
Like,
could
they-
maneuver the ship to catch them back in the bubble if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm gonna slow down the ship that they're in our bubble, so
Mhm.
that way I can fly and collect them
Yep.
once they're in our
You
gravity.
call for that. Bobbert and Rob run to the sails, to the wings. Percy, you man your position. What do you think you're doing in this place? Do you have like any sort of bracing mechanism? Do you like lock into the floor, or?
Me?
Yeah, because you're braking pretty aggressively here.
Oh, yeah, sure. I lock into the floor. But while I'm talking, just really quick, for like the last 20 minutes, I've been trying to tell you that in between the end of the fight and now, I would have cast Mending on myself a bunch of times, which
Oh,
gives
yeah,
me
yeah.
hit dice. Do
You
you
don't
want
have
me to
to
do
tell
that?
me that. If you just do it in the chat, you can do it. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, well, I would, as soon as they started flying off of the ship, I would, like, red alert. Actually, a siren would pop up from my head. There's a problem. Our two new crew members, who I certainly don't trust very much, well, they have left the ship. So I would kind of like grab the edge of the Spelljammer, and I would just be like staring daggers at them with my police siren going.
Yeah. And so,
Yeah, like
Caddis, you
keeping eyes on them, like man overboard.
Yeah.
Someone got to keep eyes.
Right, basically man overboard, right? That's what you maybe even shout. You maneuver, you come to a pretty abrupt stop, and you try to slow your speed down, and once you get them back in the bubble, bloop, they plop down back onto the deck. Xerox and Dariush, give me dex checks, dexterity saving throws. Oh, look at that. YouTube just crashed again. I don't know. This is definitely YouTube. It's not me. This chat is good, but yeah, weird, right? Not sure what's going on with YouTube tonight. What'd you get, everybody? Did you get a 13 or higher?
Yeah, I
Yep.
got a 13.
You got a 19.
So you take 2 points of falling damage as you land back into the gravitational field of Dawn's Redemption. And you can all talk, you can discuss. CJ, you still want to get to those lights. You see them, you're getting closer to them now.
Ow, why'd you stop me? We gotta get to those lights. The lights. We gotta get to the lights. Look at them. They're so
Did you not
cool.
see what the winged gentleman's lights did to the rest of our crew?
Yeah, but that's like you guys. I'm not totally like you guys. We're like I'm still, me.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to tie you up for a minute. I go to tie him up.
I literally was about to say that.
Sure. So they go to tie you up, and they bring rope, and Xerox, this is your worst nightmare because you desperately want to get to those light beams. But now something rumbles the ship from underneath. Cue the music to Jaws. Da-da,
You two have brought us nothing but misfortune.
da-da,
We did not bring this
da-da,
to you.
da-da.
We brought the vampires. This is not
That
us.
one's on us, but not
Yeah.
this one.
Not this one.
So you see the ship start to jostle a bit. Everybody kind of loses their footing, falls to the ground. Caddis, you might have to fly to avoid falling, or at least levitate at least.
Yeah.
But everybody's jostled around violently as you can see that these creatures appear. Those light blobs are not glowing stars or spiraling nebulas. They're creatures from the depths of the astral sea. Take a look at the artwork here. You see this thing. And I'm going to switch over to Roll20 so we can all see it
Oh
as
my.
well.
What is that?
Yeah.
You see what looks like a anglerfish in our world, in the real world, but giant-sized for the depths of the astral sea. And it's not just one. It was 2 globes, and then another one bursts through the center of Dawn's Redemption, cracking it completely in half. Everybody give me either athletics checks or acrobatics checks to see if you can hold on to something and stay possibly part of the ship at this point.
I'm flying. Does that matter?
I'll give you advantage on it.
You said acrobatics or...
Acrobatics or athletics.
Boy. Yikes.
Oh, no.
I had a 14 with advantage.
Yeah, I had a 15.
And actually, this is probably the better artwork to show you because it is like the scene as opposed to just the creature.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
And let me switch over to... Oh, I am switching over. Right, good. So that's what you see right now. 2 giant anglers and a third one break your ship in half. Did everybody get a 20 or higher?
Oh, no. Oh, boy.
You are all cast out of the ship. Caddis, you're flown and projected into the air. And at this point, we will be going into combat. We're going to not go into the combat right now because I don't want that. But CJ, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
You're sitting there in the captain's quarters, reading a book. Perhaps some, I don't know, book of, rare arcanum. You've heard some shouting and strange noises from up top the whole trip. But now, as you're speaking, you put your book down, you rest it somewhere, you crack your knuckles, and the ship breaks open. Can you describe who comes out of the ship?
Yes, certainly. Outside of the ship. It is, as you all know and are very well aware, it is I, His Lordship Runa Veneros III, Grand Wizard of the High Council of Elves, Commander of the Green Cloak Army, Caretaker of the Northern, Vanquisher of the White Dragon, Mazalith, the Lady of Ice, Conqueror of Scientia Tower to the lost to Limbo. However, if that is too much for you, you may just call me Lord.
And a
I had
wizard
to go back and I watched the Vecna thing
to get
and
Scientia
realize-
Tower. Yeah.
and get Scientia Tower, but also I totally forgot that I researched him this way.
So, basically, as the ship bursts apart, you can see this wizard. What's your intelligence score? Would you say is it pretty high?
As a yeah, it's pretty high. He's a wizard.
Yeah.
I would say it's a 20. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a
Definitely
20,
a
I
20.
believe. So you fly from the ship at breakneck speed. You're going 100 feet per movement at this point. And you fly up and you see the crew of the ship scattered. Captain Caddis and even for all his angel wings just kind of tumbling into the vastness of the sea. 2 goblins that you didn't know were a part of the crew are just like scattering out, and 2 angler fishes are looking to swarm on them. And then you see a third one going for Percy, who's the autognome that you met. He was quite kind to you the entire trip, made you delicious food. And so now you look
Quite the
around
chef.
here, and you got to get to business, because this is going to affect it. You see Havoc in the distance. What do you say as you take in this scenario?
Runar just looks around and he's like, I suppose it's time to get to work here. We're going to have to get rid of these things, and we're going to have to figure out a way to get where we're going. That's
He doesn't seem alarmed by this at all, these large fish, does he?
No, not alarmed. He's just, again, I've faced many a terrible thing, and this is just another obstacle on the way to accomplish what it is we need to do. We are very... We are running on borrowed time to accomplish our goals.
And nobody could probably hear this because of... Yeah.
I just noticed CJ's in 2 boxes.
He's in 2 boxes.
Yeah, I was expecting this character the entire time. I did not know that this is how it was going to be.
Tune in not next week. Next week is Thanksgiving, so we're taking the week off. But we'll be back in 2 weeks for Vecna, Eve of Ruin. We have our 5th character, Runar, the Grand
Yes.
Mage.
The Grand Wizard, the Arch Wizard,
That's right.
Runar.
So
You may
everybody,
just call me Lord. If it's
Lord.
too
We'll
much
just call him
to-
Lord. Yeah, I like that. Everybody, thank you
Lord.
for watching. Thank you for playing. CJ, great job as usual playing now 2 characters. Love seeing Percy back here. And for those of you who don't know, Percy is an autognome, and he is in another bodysuit. So maybe more of the information will come as to how Percy, because if you watch Spelljammer, you probably aren't sure how Percy's here right now. Maybe more to come in a little bit. And of course, always great to have Kyle back on the channel in any form. Dariush is in his best state, I think, at this point. Wouldn't you say?
Yes, definitely better than when we last saw him. Yes.
That's right. And of
Werewolf
course,
or goblin form.
or goblin
Tune in-
form.
Tune in 2 weeks to watch CJ talk to himself for like at least 40 minutes.
It's going to be great. Can't wait for the monologue. It's going to be a dialogue. We'll see you all on the tabletop. And Christian, I also didn't forget you. You're great. See you soon.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.